I want you to tell me a little bit about how you started, how you got into construction. Why did you choose this?
So I was never really into school. That's one reason. And I got into it when I was like 18, 19 years old, kind of working for other people. We worked at a big company, Oz and I. We saw what they were doing, and we ran their whole outdoor department and kind of thought we can go off and do our own thing. We got our licensing, bonding, insurance. Started in about 2017 or 18. I think we opened this company, and it's been like that ever
But you
since.
liked it?
At
Like when you worked at this company, you liked it?
I did. I did to an extent. I mean, it was good. I learned a lot. That's one thing for sure. I learned like the whole business. What I didn't like was how they kind of treated their customers. And I saw a lot of holes in that game. They were really big. So they had a lot of customers doing tons of money, doing everything, new construction, yard remodels, everything. And when there was a problem, they had so many customers, they were just kind of a ticket on the wall. So they would get to them when they could. They would be as quick as they can. The customers would get angry. And so, yeah, I saw that and I thought, look, we just keep it a little smaller, a little more boutique. And,
So you wanted to take this model and like make it your own and put your benefits into it.
exactly. Kind of focus on quality, focus on customer service, which is really big in this field. And, give everyone, the care they want and need.
We talked about how in COVID everything just collapsed and it was a big issue in the industry. So take me back there. Like how was it for you?
So during COVID, when it first happened, I remember me and Oz, we were sitting at Crave Cafe in West Hills. We were getting stuff on my phone. I remember saying like, look, there's a weird thing going on. What the heck is this? I swear in the hour or two, they told us to go sit outside. So in that hour,
Really?
they said, please go sit outside or there's something going on. It was like pretty quick. But then that week, the world got shut down. And we were still fairly new business, so we weren't as established. So we were scared. I mean, the first couple weeks, maybe month, it was slow and uncertain. We stayed home. I was scared even, so I would stay home. After about a month, we started getting actually more calls. We kind of took off. So
How did that happen? Like why people?
why I think there was a lot of money going around. And all these homeowners were home calling us to get their yard remodeled because they didn't know how long this was going to last. And I think there was just a lot of money. Maybe like they were home, so everyone's working from an office. They can't really do their yard. I don't have the energy or bandwidth. But this stopped. They were ready to go. And we actually took off. And after the COVID stuff happened, we did very well. And then there was the drought. So the drought happened. Then it was like artificial grass. When we were doing artificial grass, we got like crazy good vendors. We were just taking off on that next. So we had these problems in California and we kind of tried to take advantage of them,
Yeah.
and just do the best we
So
can.
you started with the turf and the artificial grass, and then you like kind of build it up and like add more services, or
No, not necessarily. No, we always did everything. But when it was artificial grass was big, we pivoted and like learned everything we could about artificial grass. Before that, we have a general license. We were doing kitchens, bathrooms. We started doing everything. We kind of focused on the outside because it's what we were more passionate about. It's hard to be inside someone's house for months at a time. It's invasive. I personally don't like it. You get more problems.
yeah, when
We
it's inside the house, it's not comfortable for both sides.
Exactly. And they want their kitchen back. So look, they're gonna kind of press you on time. How long is it gonna take?
Yeah.
You said it's like the slabs from freaking Italy. It's gonna take you here when it gets here. They don't care, they really don't. And I get it, to an extent. I get it. They
So
want
once
their
you
kitchen.
work outside the house, it's better and it's more, I guess it's more
Maybe
quicker.
not. It depends what you're doing. It can be, but it's just they don't mind. They don't mind if you're in their backyard for an extra week. They don't care.
It's
You're in
not
their
interrupting
backyard.
them the same as it
Exactly.
is
Exactly.
inside. Quality is something you talk about a lot, but what does it really mean in construction?
Anytime we start a job, we're going to focus on that job till it's finished. We're not going to bounce around from job to job to job. We don't take on more than we can chew. We also keep it small. We don't have salespeople. We don't have middlemen. It's me and my partner, and we own the business, and we're around the whole time. We have our own employees, own crews, and we're taking care of the job.
So this is like what brings the quality into each project because there's not many people that works on the same thing. It's just
Exactly. And we own the company. We want it to be good. I mean, it's for selfish reasons as well. We want the referrals. We want you to be happy. So you tell your friends, you give us good reviews. It's
you're not working for somebody and just let's get this job done.
exactly. So a lot of these companies, not all of them, but a lot of them, they have a big sales team. The sales guys, look, they might talk good and they might just want to get their commission check. They're going to tell you whatever the hell they want. They go from company to company. They're going to start your job get pissed at the owner of that company, go to the next one. They've come to us and hit us up. Oh, you need sales guys? Like, no, dude, we're good.
Yeah.
And go to the next.
What should a client look for when they're choosing a contractor?
First and foremost would be, are they competent? Can they complete the job as you want? You know, we don't take on a lot of jobs that people talk to us about. It's usually stuff like inside work. We had a previous customer, call us from Ventura and say, I want to build a second story addition on my house. But we told her, listen, that's not our thing. Like, good luck with it. Now, what you should look for is someone that's honest with that. You know, some people will say they can do everything. But if you can do everything, are you going to be good at everything?
Is there anything more than that?
So if you're doing like a new pool, like you're going to be stuck with me and I'm going to be stuck with you for, could be 6 months. So we got to make sure, like, not just you get along with me, I have to also kind of vet and make sure I can get along with you. Mm-hmm. And we have this, it's a weird thing because we have a good relationship for 6 months. And after that, you know, you can call me, obviously. I mean, usually people are doing their own thing after that.
Yeah.
But for that 6 months, we're kind of like every day talking, coordinating. And if we don't mesh, you know, that's very important to look for in a contractor. Make sure you can get along with them. Make sure they can do the job.
Yeah, that the communication needs to be good.
Yes.
And flowing.
Yes. And good communication. Communication can be good, but you can be butting heads. You don't want that.
What do you mean?
So, I mean, look, let's say they're dead set on something that cannot be done through like the city that won't let it happen. Mm-hmm. And you know, you just disagreements with the contractor, you know, little things that can happen. And if you can't get along, then it's going to be hard. It might work.
You're saying it's like a long process. So you might just know how to communicate from the beginning.
Yeah. And I mean, it could be a long process. Some jobs are quick, which makes it easier. You still want to get along with them, make sure they do what they're going to say.
But I feel like you want to have fun. Like you're remodeling your house, you're remodeling your backyard. You want to enjoy the process.
Yes, of course.
Do you think clients today understand the difference between like a cheap work and a quality work?
Yes, I do. I think there's always going to be like the allure of cheap work. You know what I mean? And someone that's doing the job for super cheap. And like I see it all the time. You know, I see someone, people call us a lot. And they show us the yard that someone did that is crap. And it's not, I mean, obviously not up to code. I have crazy stories.
Tell me about it.
This is a recent one.
One good story.
One good story. This is a crazy one, but this is recent. This is a few weeks ago. So in Chatsworth, up in the hills over there, there's a nice gated community. This guy was going around and he was doing yards. Well, he was giving people very cheap prices to do pools and new yards. Okay. And he was going, digging the holes, doing a few things, not pulling permits, taking a bulk of the money and taking off. And I was called up to like probably 3 or 4 of them. Recently, I just got called up to another one where this guy actually poured the shell, did the rebar, did a lot of stuff, took a lot of money and took off. And I told this guy, listen, we have to demo everything. There's no permits, plans, nothing, no inspections. Demo everything and redo it for us to do it. Granted, maybe he'll find someone that won't do it like that. I mean, that's up to him. But I mean, I see that a lot. And those are like big scale things that happen. They're small scale too.
So this is the reason, like, you should not look only at the price, you know?
For sure.
Once you go cheap, but
there's a saying that you pay once and you cry once.
Yeah.
Like I have a lot of
I wanted to say.
It's a good saying. I tell it to a lot of people, you know. But so I see also like smaller things that happen, right? So with like someone's gardener, we'll say, oh yeah, I can do your artificial grass for you. No problem. I'm going to charge you nothing. Doesn't make sense the price they're giving. You know, they're paying materials and then like they're not doing it for free. Yeah. So they cut corners. They sometimes don't finish and just leave. And it looks like crap. So then they call us and we have to go rip it all out. They're paying us again, full price. We're not going to give them a discount because they already paid, which some people expect, which is wild to me, but happens.
Yeah, people expect that?
Yeah, they're like, this guy recently in Chatsworth, he said, oh, yeah, look, I just paid all this money. I don't have a lot to get it done.
Okay. So, yeah. You should have called us at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Like, I'm sorry it happened. I feel for you, but like, I can't give you a discount. It's actually more work. I got to the demo.
Yeah.
I have to redo everything he did with inspections and permits.
So you recommend people to look at what? Like when they want to do a project outside?
So big scale projects, for me at least, what I do is I bring people physically to jobs that I've done. You could meet my customers. You can see my work firsthand. I think that's like the biggest thing you can do. Whatever contractor you're choosing, like forget even pictures. Go see the customers. Go see everything. You know, if he's really what he says he is, he should have jobs that you can go take a look at.
Perfect. I love it. I love the answer. um, let's say I'm a client. What should I look forward? How does a process with you look like? How does it work?
So obviously it depends on what we're going to do. So let's say we're doing new pool, new dig. Okay, so that process is a little longer just to even start to get the permits ready. So what we always do is we start with a 3D design of the space. So I have great designers I work with. They come in, they'll meet with you, your husband, and I'll be there as well and kind of get the vibe of the area. So you'll show Pinterest or whatever pictures you have, whatever inspiration you have, you show them. They build the model out in the 3D rendering. Then we do another meeting and we do a walkthrough. So we'll walk through it, we'll look, do changes as needed, and then they're usually with us through the whole project. So when you choose your tile, they could add it to the design. When you choose the plaster color, add it to the design. The decking, add it to the design. And I mean, rough preliminary they give at first, but it's a big scope project. It's always changing. Once the 3D is done and we have like the shape, the size, everything we want, the layout of the pool, we bring it over to my engineers. My engineers take it. They have to do structural, load calculations, the whole nine. That gets submitted to the city. The city hopefully approves it easily, sometimes not, and there's corrections back and forth. But once we get the plans stamped and approved, then we start the build. So we'll schedule with my crew to start excavation. Then we build the whole project. So process of the project and go through
So
that.
the project is really depends on the permits and stuff at the beginning, like the how long it's gonna take.
Depends what city as well. That's how long permits can take. It's different everywhere. Like we have Malibu, it's taking 6 months plus. So
Wow.
yeah, it is what it is. I mean, in the valley where I live, I can get permits in a few weeks to a month.
Okay, so it really depends on the city.
Yes.
But should people come to you with already like plans and like architectural plans?
For sure. Come to me. I mean, you could just email it to me at that point. If you don't have 3D design, it's going to be hard for me to actually quote it because of finished materials. They obviously vary. So you can do pavers or you can do travertine, whatever you choose. I mean, there's going to be a big price difference and a labor install difference as well.
Okay. So do you have to do a 3D design?
For us, yes. And even like we could sign a contract, I would throw that in anyways. I do that so we're all on the same page. It's much easier for me to change a 3D design to show you what something will look like than me building it and keep on changing it. That's, first of all, we wouldn't do that. And second of all, I mean, if you wanted to, we can, but it's going to cost you a lot of money. So 3D design is free to change, easy peasy. It's already built.
So how do you really pricing your projects?
So it depends, obviously, what it is. We're going to go from like the largest scale. So let's say new pool, brand new dig. So as far as like pavers or artificial grass or anything like that, that's all priced per square foot. There's different qualities, different sizes, shapes, colors, blah, blah, blah. That's going to it has a range. Let's say anywhere from $18 a square foot. I mean, you can do, like I said, natural stone, you're at $30+ a square foot. Now, for the pools, we kind of start our basic pools. They'll be starting at around $85,000 to get it up and running. So that's as a 25 by 12 paver coping, white plaster, standard tile with regular equipment, around $85,000. It's rare. We've done it before, but it's rare that people stay at the $85,000 mark.
Oh, really?
They want upgrades. So every upgrade costs money. So you want a spa, you want a raised spa. You want to do Pebble Tech. You want to do nicer tile. You want to do Bella Creek coping. Everything will add up. And we've done pools that cost as much as, let's say $300,000-$400,000. I mean, granted, those are infinity edges on hillside with, caissons and stuff like that. But anyway, I mean, look, pools they're
like a range.
There's a wide range.
Yeah.
And it's like a car. It's like, how much is a car? How do you price out a car?
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
How does a typical day in your life look like?
Typical.
A day in a contractor's life.
I mean, look, we're up fairly early, you know. I have at my house it's so I have two small kids. I have a 4.5 and a 2.5. And my wife, my 4.5 is in school already. So, I sometimes try to leave before they wake up, ideally, but sometimes I don't and I'm helping. But if I leave before, usually we have inspections in the morning around, 9ish, hopefully 10ish. Get those out of the way. And then I'm, at jobs that we have going on. And then, prospective clients. And going to them, kind of seeing what they need, doing measurements, and, giving out quotes as well. So
Okay.
it's always different. My day's never the same. Never 2 days are the same. Sometimes I don't have time to eat lunch. Sometimes
That's not good.
yeah, it happens. It happens. But yeah, sometimes it's always different.
And you like it that it's like
I do
every day looks
personally.
different.
I have really bad ADD, so like sitting down,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. So I'm always going. I'm driving a lot, here, there, all over the place. But I like it. Meet new people all the time.
Are you able to really like disconnect from work sometimes?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Isn't it always in your mind?
It is, and it depends how busy we are. Like right now, we're very busy, so it's always something. It's not even like since I've been sitting here, I've gotten like 4 text messages and 3 phone calls. So it's all day long with something, and there's always something to do. If it's not with this, it's with that. And usually right now, so this is Christmas time. It's holiday time.
Mm-hmm.
Usually we're slow. For some reason this year, we're not slow.
No,
It's
that's good for you.
it's good. It's good, but
So is there like a best time of the year to come and reach you up?
for us, any time of the year. I mean, look, ideally, no rain. That helps us just so we can keep working. We work throughout the whole year, obviously, and the rain, snow, whatever, we'll work. So
Mhm.
doesn't snow too much, but when it does, we don't mind.
In
We're-
California.
no, no.
Oh, okay. What are the areas you are working mostly?
So most of our jobs are San Fernando Valley, Thousand Oaks, Santa Clarita, and we have a few in the LA Beverly Hills area. But just territory of LA, Los Angeles. I live in Northridge, so
So you're moving around.
oh yeah, oh yeah. So we're all over. We'll go to where the work is if it makes sense. You know what I mean? We'll go to San
Yeah.
Diego if it's big enough. It's fine.
Yeah, depends how big is the project, I guess.
Exactly.
You focus mainly on outdoor projects.
Mhm.
So I wanted to ask you like why outdoor, but we talk about it a little bit. And
Yeah.
if you can tell me what project exactly are you doing? Like what can I choose from? What outdoor projects are you doing?
So we stick to outdoor, like I kind of told you. That's what we're good at. So we're really good at doing outdoor work. So our crews are good at pavers, artificial grass, aluminum wood patios, and new pools, pool remodels, plaster, tile, coping, block walls, retaining walls. Pretty much
Barbecue.
barbecues, outdoor barbecues we love, of course. Yes, I forgot about that one. So, anything outside, if it's outside of your house, we can probably do it. Again, we you have to let us know first if it's something very strange, which we get weird requests sometimes. We might stay away from it. But anything outside, we typically can handle.
What kind of clients do you enjoy working with?
All of them.
Come on, give me the juice.
The juice. I mean, look, it's like what I kind of went back to in the beginning, where it's better when we mesh. When we have stuff in common, that's actually the best. I like baseball. I like, I like the outdoors. I like the mountains and stuff like that. So if they like that, it's easier. We've
Mhm.
worked with all types. We work with very famous people. We worked with people that aren't like me. It's okay. Pretty much as long as they're respectful, as long as they're understanding, that's kind of what we look for. Someone that's very, I don't know if I should say this, but a little entitled, maybe a little rude to me or my crew, we really don't like. And it happens, you get stuck in the middle of it where people,
Yeah.
kind of look at you like you're an animal, which is not cool.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mostly, I think They let themselves look at your workers like that.
Yes, that's what it mostly is, and it's not cool. Look, all my guys work super hard. You know, we're here to work. We're here to do a good job for you. Like, have some respect.
That's true.
Yeah.
What's a project situation that really challenged you?
That challenged me. So it was more of the permitting stuff that challenged us.
Mhm.
This was a job in Ventura County, which is already notoriously for being difficult. But we were doing a new pool there, but they had an old pool, and their whole yard was filled with trees and a lot of different stuff. So they just required a lot, and it took a long time to get the permits. And we were back and forth and back and forth. The build actually went really smooth, so that was good. Which
Mhm.
I was kind of nervous, like what's underneath the ground? Why are they asking for all this stuff? Right now, actually, we're in the middle of kind of the same thing in Simi Valley, which is also Ventura County. So they're requiring these like geological reports and all this weird stuff that, look, I get it. Maybe they're just covering their butts, but it makes it so much harder for us. It just takes longer, and it costs the customer more money. Obviously
Why?
they have to pay for the reports. We don't, look, all permitting and stuff
So
like that.
all permit costs money?
Of course,
Oh
of
my
course,
God.
engineering costs money, permits cost money. Everyone likes money in this world.
Yeah,
Everyone.
I got it.
Nobody. I'm trying to find the engineer that'll work for free. I'm looking. Maybe one day we'll find it, and when we do, look, we're gonna be good. And until then, we have to pay them.
So this is what really challenged you. What?
That's the most challenge. Our builds, look, we're good at what we do, so usually our builds go pretty smooth. I mean, it can be hiccups, but nothing majorly challenging. You know,
Mhm.
it's mostly with getting the city to let us do what we want to do. That's the most challenging part in our business.
What's the most rewarding moment you remember you had at the job site or,
Rewarding moment.
yeah, in a project?
I would say, okay, so I would say when we do a job and the customer praises us. We've had jobs and we finish and the customer and it really feels good. They tell us, I never expected a contractor to be like you. We had a customer recently, and I was talking to him. We're actually going to do his mom's house. He told me, he's like, listen, I'm trying to find something I don't like about you, and I can't find it. And it's like, he was just very in shock, He was really in shock, and that really feels good. You know what I mean? He's a very cool guy, super cool, but he owns a pawn shop, and he's like very tough guy. He can't, like, I'm sure he can be very tough.
Yeah.
But we did what we said. We did a good job there. He was shocked at what we did, and we did what we said, stayed on budget the whole nine.
Mm-hmm.
And he had that compliment for us. That felt really good.
Yeah.
We get that a lot. It's actually really nice.
Yeah.
I get it a lot. My partner gets it a lot. Like,
Because you're human. You're bringing something very human to this job, I
of
think.
course, I try. And I really do have empathy for people's yards. I really like. I know they're going to be spending their time there. I know, like, this is where their yard's going to be for 20 plus years. Like, I want them to enjoy it. I really do. Like, obviously, I want to make money, but I feel like that will come if I do everything
good
the right way.
job.
And yeah, and like, I believe in karma. I believe in, just in energy, right? You do a good job, you treat people well, it comes back to you. If you're disrespectful and you're scamming people, which happens a lot in this business, like, okay, you could make quick cash. You could, maybe. You could also get, your leg chopped off in a car accident. I don't know. You know what I mean? So you just got to do the
Karma
right
is
thing.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel what you're saying. And from what I know you, then I can tell the same. Do you consider yourself a hard worker?
I mean, I do, I guess, to an extent. I do. Look, I work really hard. I work a lot. Um, I think there are people that work harder. I'm not going to kill myself. Like, I'm really not. Like, I try to take a day or two off a week. We try to rotate. So every other week we'll take the weekends off. Then every week we'll take at least Saturday off. So Sunday through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I know people that are working, every day
All
from
day.
6 a.m. to 8 o'clock at night. And that's what I consider like very hard worker, but I feel like that's more of an addiction at that point, and they're just trying to get lost in their job.
Yeah.
which is okay, I guess, if that's what you want to do. Like I don't, I try to like, like I said, I have my family. I try to spend time with them. Try to give. I mean, I'm
So,
doing this for them at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I want them to have a good life,
yeah,
not be an absent father.
that's true.
Yeah.
So you're trying to balance it, like work and
Yeah, I try. And granted, it's tough. I get home. Let's say I'm home at 6. Okay, so my day's not over. I get home. My kids are going crazy. My wife needs help, and
for sure.
and so. But then I'm also getting texts from customers. The day's not over at my work either. So I'm getting
Yeah.
texts from this, calls. Me and Oz are talking. We have this. Oh my God, crap. We got to call them. Oh, da 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 da. And everything's going on. And my kids, my 2-year-old's jumping on my
Yeah,
head. My
for
4-year-old
sure.
just wants attention.
I feel like at the end of the day, we're all people, so we
Yeah.
all have our own lives
Yes.
outside the job, but the
Yes.
job is never done, so
Never.
you have to know how to balance it.
Yes. And I try to do the best I can. And I feel like I do. You
Yeah.
know, my wife would sometimes think different.
Disagree.
Yeah. But that's it. Look, we have a good life, right? So,
Yeah. Why is it important to balance work and like have life-work
work life
balance?
balance. Well, I mean, look, if some people don't think it's important, some people will work, and like I said, I feel like they kind of get lost in their work, and it's like an addiction for them. For me, I'm not that type of person. I don't want to get lost in my job. I like to work, but I also love my family, and I want my kids and my family to grow up and be, good, productive people. And I feel like if I'm working all day, they're gonna run wild,
You want to be there.
Yeah, I mean, my dad was in the fire department, so he was gone a lot. My mom was kind of absent as well. So I mean, look, I grew up okay. I grew up very good,
Yeah.
but I had a lot of freedom, which wasn't always ideal. You know,
Mhm. So you want to be there for your
I want to
kids.
be there for my kids and kind of like mold them into good adults.
How do you see Encore Builders growing in the next 5 years?
Hmm, that's a really good question. So, I mean, look, where we're at now, I'm happy with. Look, I don't. So some companies do want to scale and like add sales guys. I mean, that's like the next like logical step. Like I said, we want to keep quality over jobs. We want to keep it semi small. So we don't want to kind of blow up and scale the business and have 10 sales guys. That you're going to lose quality in the jobs, lose quality communication with your customers. Like right now, what I see is where we want to be. We want to stay like this, not super big, not taking on good sized projects, and yeah,
So you don't have like a next goal?
yeah. I mean, not really,
Not really.
not really. No, happy where we're at.
That's also a beautiful answer.
Yeah, I mean, just being real. I don't know.
Yeah. Tell me about like a funny story you have from a project or
Funny story. A
I know a lot of clients come with a budget
Mhm.
in mind, but then they reach you and how does it really work? Like can you work with budgets and
For
how do you work with budgets?
Yeah, so I'll explain it to you. So we definitely can, as long as it's semi-realistic. Granted, depends what you're gonna do. Like I said, pool pricing, we kind of have set pricing. But let's say full yard remodel, if you have a semi-realistic budget with the design that we do, we can play with materials and keep costs low and still looking good and make sure you find something you love like in the design. So let's say cost of materials. Let's say travertine, porcelain tile pavers, all that stuff, the natural stone is going to be up here. Then you have your like regular concrete pavers. Then you could have regular concrete and even artificial grass mixed with pavers, which we do a lot, which would be even less. Then you can talk about like regular landscaping, decorative rock, planting, stuff like that. So if you mix all these items, if you do all of the very expensive stuff, it's going to be
Yeah.
very expensive. When you start mixing it with the designer, that's when we could try to like keep the price
In your budget.
in the budget. Like again, to an extent, it's never going to be, dirt cheap, but if you have a realistic budget, we can most likely fit it with something you love and have the job done, obviously correctly and beautifully. So you're happy in your budget.
Yeah. But you think expensive means better quality?
No, definitely not. I have stories about that too. There's companies that are very expensive. And look, also expensive. So a big company that has a lot of overhead that like I used to work at that doesn't do quality work and doesn't really care about the customers. They're just very expensive because they have overhead. They're paying a sales guy. They're paying their office staff, which is 30 employees. So you're paying for that. Some people do like it. You know, they want like the big name backing their project, but you're not going to get better quality and you're going to spend more money. So, I mean, I think we're the best of both worlds where you get very high quality, amazing customer service, and affordable prices.
You can help them actually make like a combination of materials and design that will fit their budget.
Yeah, exactly. So you play with the materials in the design to fit their budget. So let's say less pavers, more artificial grass, and a nice design. You can fit a budget and make it look good and keep your costs down.
What advice would you give someone who just wants to start a project outdoors?
So, I mean, like first and foremost is talk to some contractors, obviously. See who are the good contractors in your area, kind of vet them, meet them, show them the job. And, you know, again, I think first is meeting them and making sure you guys can get along if it's a big project. And then you go from there. See what everyone's process is different. Finding out what you want, right? As far as materials, colors, all that stuff is a big step.
part.
It's a big part. And you can't tell me, oh, I want to do my backyard. Well, what do you want to do? And you tell me, I don't know. You decide. It's not how it works because my taste is different than your taste, who's different than your neighbor's tastes. Everyone has their own
vision.
Their own vision, exactly.
Anything else? They need to have money ready.
Well, I mean, of course. Again, like I'm still trying to find the people that'll work for free, and once I do, we'll be good.
Bring them to me.
Yeah, bring them to me. Until then, like everything costs money, unfortunately, in this world.
Okay. Basically, that's it.
Okay. The stories I'm telling you, by the way, they're real.
Yeah, I didn't
They're all
think
real.
you were lying here.
Besides that, yeah, no. No, it's all real. Like these questions and like all this stuff has really happened.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like it feels very natural because it's
I love
and we
it,
talk
yeah.
about it. It's like he calls me like, listen, I feel so good right now. I swear. He's like, listen, I feel so good. You won't believe what this person just told me. And
Yeah.
and then they tell us that I was on the phone the other day. I swear for like a half an hour with this guy, and he was telling me all this stuff. So.
With your last client.
Yeah, with one of our clients. I mean, he's a while ago. He called me because he wants to get his mom's house done.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason I was talking to him recently, and like that's what he told me. So it's nice.
What did he tell you exactly?
Again, he said that. Listen, I'm trying to find something wrong with you guys.
Oh, the other guy.
Like he's like, I don't know how you guys are even real. Like usually contractors, he deals with a lot of people do, and they're all, can be crap.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
You work in the Brentwood area?
We do. My mom lives in Brentwood. Mm-hmm. In my truck, I can give you my number.
You see?
No.
We already
Listen,
sold.
No. It's not about that. Look, really, like we do amazing work. So it's like not even a thing. Like I stand by my work fully. So yeah.
You have a website?
Yes, of course. Website, Yelp, Encore Builders LA, Instagram.
Instagram.
I'm gonna our Instagram. Encore Builders LA. Check out our Instagram. You can see all our jobs. That's really like our calling card.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's also recording now?
I don't know. You stopped recording, right?
No, we're recording.
Oh, we're recording. So that's telling me as well.
Yes, you can be on it.